Back to the Neil Haley Show. I'm excited to welcome my co-host, Paul Hollis, author of the Hollow Man series and Seniors Publishing and all these other businesses. How are you, Paul? And I know you're excited about our guest from Australia, right?
Absolutely. We have Paul Rushworth-Brown with us today. He is a fantastic historical fiction writer. So welcome, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Hello, Neil.
How are you? All right. So let's talk about how this all started for you in writing. Kind of explain it to me.
Having a sort of like crazy imagination as I do, just one thing led to another, and this Thomas Rushworth had a family, and basically what I've done is I've built up a whole historical, I suppose, whodunit and thriller around his family.
Creating characters. How does that work when you create characters and develop characters?
Yeah, they just develop with the story, and with that, there's a romance.
What is your hope for the trilogy of your 3 books?
Oh, HBO. It's just made for HBO. I mean, the interesting thing is, like with things like Poldark and Vikings and those types of shows, people love those sort of like that type of miniseries. And the trilogy itself is actually, it deserves to be on the screen.
You got to wait for sure, and the process and getting it out there. And so ultimately looking at to get it on screen is such a important part of the process. And your fans what is the feedback with your fans that have read all 3 books?
It's being splashed across social media. I only just got the final formatted copy yesterday. It's eagerly awaited. Had a advanced readers copy sent out to a number of people a number of readers, and they loved it. They can't wait for it to get out there.
Great.
All right. Well, it's such an interesting thing. Paul, any questions?
No, it's a fascinating series. I've talked to Paul before, and it's definitely a series on my list to read.
It's more of a thriller. It's a thriller set in the early 1700s, and that's probably a little bit more, I suppose, progressive than the other 2, where the story actually takes place in sort of like larger cities. And obviously back in that time in England, there was cutthroats, there was pirates, there was highwaymen. So there's a touch of that in it. And there's a very, very, very brutal character in there by the name of Jacob Wilding. And I'm very interested in seeing how people react to this brutish fellow.